Sit your ass down, baby, I don't wanna dance. I like it slow, baby, I don't like it fast. Tell me what you came to do.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Naësha here, and we are back at it again for another video. And as you can see by the title of today's video, we're going to be talking about how social media is not the problem. You are. I wanted to touch on this topic because I've seen some discourse online about how social media is fake and it's not good for your mental health and it's the worst thing that happened for humankind. And I just was thinking to myself, social media is not as bad as we make it out to be. The problem isn't social media itself, it's really the way that we use it. So there are three main things that I want to get into for this video, so let's get right into it. My first point is you are what you consume. The same way you are what you eat, and whatever you eat will show up in your body, in your health. You are exactly what you consume on social media. There's so many sides to the internet. There's the fitness side, there's the girl talks, there's dating advice, there's the educational, business, money, food. It's just so many sides to the internet, and you really get to decide which side you want to be on, which side you want to see videos from. So when I hear somebody say social media is toxic, social media is so negative, I just can't help but think, what are you consuming? On my For You page, on my YouTube feed, on my Instagram timeline, I don't see no negativity. I don't entertain that. I like to follow pages that are motivational, people whose life I am inspired by, makeup tutorials, get ready with me, story times. I like to watch wholesome things that are funny and that are just gonna empower me. So I cannot relate to a statement like this because my social media isn't negative. So when somebody says that, I just can't help to think, what are you watching? That means you're entertaining the blogs, you're entertaining the drama, you're entertaining the gossips, you're entertaining toxic sides of the internet, negative sides of the internet. And one thing you need to know about social media algorithms, it's only gonna give you what you watch. So if you're always watching videos about food, it's gonna keep feeding you that. If you stay on videos who are talking bad about others, who are gossiping about celebrities, the For You page is gonna assume that you love that, and they're gonna keep pushing that type of content out to you. So people need to understand that you build your For You page brick by brick. So whatever you are getting on your phones, on your timelines, whatever is recommended to you is a direct reflection of what you are watching. There's a concept called availability heuristics, and this concept is really just that we judge how common something is based on how easily we can come up with an example. So if something is always in front of you, you're gonna assume it's normal, it's common. You're gonna tell yourself, this is reality, that's the norm, that's how it is. And now when you apply this concept to social media, if your Instagram feed, your For You page is constant drama, horror stories about relationships, all men cheat, your brain's gonna start thinking, yeah, all relationships are toxic, all men cheat, everyone is miserable, the internet is toxic, it's negative, it's a horrible place. You're gonna start believing those things, not because they're objectively true, simply because that's what's most available to your memory. And it works the other way around too. If your feed is constantly feeding you business ideas, entrepreneurs sharing their stories, inspirational Bible things, faith, hope, success, funny videos, lifestyle things that inspire you, your perception of what's normal is going to shift in that direction. So social media itself isn't toxic, it is not negative the way you think it is. What you consume is negative, what you consume is toxic, and now that has you thinking that the whole social media is evil. And my second point is social media is actually an amazing tool when you know how to use it right. And the reason why I say that is because the same apps that everybody says is ruining society, it's ruining dating, which I agree though. I agree social media has done a big one on dating, but that's another video for another time. Those same apps that people say are evil and they're negative and they're toxic and they're this and they're ruining the world and they're ruining this and that, they are making people millionaires. They're helping people build brands, build generational wealth. They're teaching people new skills for free. Like, you can literally hop on YouTube or TikTok today, right now, at this moment, and learn how to play the piano. You didn't pay not $1. It is actually insane the amount of knowledge, the amount of information that's on social media, and we have access to all of this for free. And let's talk about the jobs social media created. Social media created jobs that weren't there 10 years ago, weren't there 50 years ago. Being a digital marketing, being an SEO specialist, social media strategist, being an influencer, being a content creator, all of these titles are here thanks to social media. So you need to think of it as a tool, like a knife. A knife can be used to do bad things, but it can also be used to do great things. So social media is really just a tool. Like, you can do great things with it as much as you can do bad things with it. And I think one issue that I personally have with social media is the fact that you can waste so much time on it when you're just like doom scrolling, you're just scrolling here for hours and hours, and you just wasted 4 hours of your day. And what's funny is somebody who works a 9 to 5, who doesn't work on social media, isn't getting paid from social media, can spend 2 hours scrolling, and that would be considered a waste of time. Somebody like me could spend 2 hours on social media recording, posting, and scrolling for ideas, and that'll be me building my career. So I think it's important for everybody to sit back and think about what social media is doing for you and how much time you want to give it to, because like I said, somebody who's working 9 to 5, social media takes from you more than it gives you. Somebody like me, social media gives me more than it takes from me, and that's us doing the same exact thing, just scrolling. It's giving me ideas, it's making you laugh, but then you're wasting time on something that you could actually be doing in the real world. And doom scrolling is like a whole different topic for another day, because listen, let's not even go there. Social media is built on dopamine hits, and if you don't know, dopamine is the brain chemical that's associated with motivation and reward. So every time you see a funny video, you see something you like, you get a text message, you get a small dopamine hit. And that's exactly why we doom scroll, because every time you see something you like, dopamine hit, let's keep going. You scroll again, you see something you like, and then you see a comment that was funny under the video that you already liked, dopamine hit times 2. And again, you can get the system, you can get social media to work in your favor if you are watching things intentionally. That brings us back to point number 1, what you consume. And now let me make this clear. Not all the time that you spend on social media should be like, oh my gosh, I gotta make sure that I'm watching something intentional, I'm watching something meaningful, something I'm learning from. No, it don't always gotta be like that. You could literally just decide like, listen, I need some fun, I need something to make me laugh, I just need to be on socials, I'm gonna go on there. But all I'm talking about here is generally, you don't want to just scroll just to scroll, because what are you gaining? You get a small dopamine hit, but you could get that from the gym, you could get that from doing an activity that's actually meaningful to you. I'm not the social media doom scrolling police, because I be doing it too, but you just got to be mindful to not let it consume your whole life, because then you'll realize like you're just wasting so much time that can be invested into you and building yourself, building your career, your future. And the last thing I want to talk about is learning how to live outside of social media. Now, what I mean by that is, I know everybody has met that one person where you start talking to them and you realize like you quoting like Twitter stuff, you quoting things you've seen on TikTok, you're quoting memes too much, you're quoting like your opinions and the things that you're saying to me right now. I've seen that online, and those people are the people whose personality, their whole life revolves around social media. I'm the type of person, as much as I love being on social media, when I turn off my phone, I am me. I'm Naësha. I have my own opinions, I have my own thoughts. I as me, I as a person. But unfortunately, some people are not able to detach themselves from social media, and they're literally just a walk-in TikTok, they're a walk-in Instagram. For them, everything is about what's trending, what's viral, what so and so said, what does social media say about this. They don't even have their own thoughts and opinions. They get everything from socials, and these are people you cannot even have conversations with, because these are not original thoughts. Like what you're telling me, we're having a discussion about, let's say, dating, and you're telling me stuff that only exists on social media, because that's actually a thing. If you guys didn't notice, there are certain conversations that people have online. You'll never have that conversation in real life. Like, these are just online topics. These are things that we do not talk about in real life. I don't know how to explain it. Like, for example, a lot of the dating conversations, I've never had a conversation like this with a man in real life. Like, these are not things we talk about. They're almost like non-issues that only exist online.
As I'm editing this video, I just wanted to give a clear example of what I mean when I say social media conversations. Like, for instance, the men versus women, the 50-50 conversations, the, oh, if your dad tells you to sit down and your man tells you let's go, who are you gonna listen to? Does the mom or the girlfriend sit in the front of the car? Like, these type of stupid conversations. That's what I'm talking about.
And for these people, unfortunately, social media starts bleeding into their own personal lives. And so I think it's so important, as consumers, people who are online chronically or occasionally, you need to be able to detach. When you turn off your phone, when you leave the app on your phone. Don't bring the app to your real life. And I think everybody should sit with themselves and have a reflection and try to see, who are you? Who are you? Think about your values, the things you believe in, the way you see life, the way you see yourself. And like, this is gonna take a lot from you, but try to see, is this really what I think? Is this really what I feel like? Or is this what I've seen online and I've just seen it online so many times, I've heard it online so many times, or a celebrity has said it, so it holds a lot of weight and power in my mind that I've made this my own thoughts and values and beliefs. And when you're living life like in the real world, when you're like in real life, like not on the phone, live life, enjoy it in the moment. Leave the phone, leave Instagram, leave TikTok, leave those things in the phone. Constantly thinking about how is this gonna look online, what are people gonna say, oh my gosh, no, I didn't post this, I didn't. Chill, let's relax. Don't let social media consume your life. Let me know what you guys think about all these things that I just talked about. It's a conversation that I wanted to have because I just feel like I've been seeing so much discourse on social media about social media, and I just had to put my 2 cents in it, and I had to let y'all know social media is not the problem, you are. You need to check yourself. You need to be mindful of how you're using the app, how much power you let the apps have on you, and you need to remember that there's also real life, and real life needs to be lived. Thank you so much for watching today's video, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Sit your ass down, baby, I don't wanna dance.